Hello everyone. I thought today I would make a little video, purely because I've taken over the dining room and it's a good justification when the missus walks in as to why the place is a tip. Secondly, the main reason why is because I'm known in my little circles for making bootio boxes and also doing scale money. And what I wanted to do was basically expose the business, shall we say, and just show how easy it really is to do these things. Part of the reason why is because if you go online, people charge so much money for this stuff. I've seen bootio boxes, let's say it properly rather than being ghetto, for like £7-8 for effectively just a piece of card, which has just been folded and stuck. I mean, yes, it may have everything on it, but this took me probably about 25 minutes to find all the bits and then make it myself. And so, yeah, if this is handy to anybody at all, then, I implore you to do it yourself, really. I was lucky enough that I used to work in a company that used to have an abundance of office supplies, and I was really lucky as well. I had a manager who knew that I did like action figure photography and things like that, and I was just quite creative, so he used to allow me to buy stationery supplies and all sorts just to help me do this. Now I've since left that job, but I still try and do things. Like I say, if I see anything at all and I believe I can make it, I will. I wish I was good at woodwork. I wish I was good at being artistic. I'm not, but I seem to be quite good with paper. So over the years, I've made things like little magazines, scale magazines. I've made like a Ouija board. I've made little monitors and stuff. So a lot of it was wrestling based, and then I started to do other bits and pieces as well. Just like I say, being creative, thinking of different things that you can do. I wanted to see if I could print onto acetate, so I made this, which is a see-through Sister Abigail, which is from wrestling, back at a time when there was a storyline going on. And I've, just from there, I just always have tried to do things myself, shall we say, rather than the norm, which is to buy things online. And like I said, I just thought I would do this little video as I'm making some things. I made a little mask. It's actually got something stuck to the back of it now, but originally it was just to stick onto a wrestler's face so that they, just like you would have in real life. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is just have a quick look at how to make money. I've been doing this all day. I kind of feel like Floyd Mayweather with the amount of money that I have actually been creating and making. Now, the reason why it's taken me all day is because it is a little bit fiddly to do this. Now, the reason why is because this is originally an A4 piece of paper. Kind of looks something like this. Okay, try and get it in shot. Now, the reason why it was so hard to do this is because I started off, found my image, scaled it, printed it over and over again until I've got the scale that I wanted. So I'm kind of going for this kind of scale. Yeah, so it kind of looks quite nice. Just let it focus in. So it kind of scales well with the figure. So of course, originally I don't know the size, so I had to keep printing it. The second problem is that when you use an A4 piece of paper, if you want to get it double-sided, which I do, you start off on the right, you do all your points, all your printouts and everything this way. And then on the left-hand side, you then have to do it the opposite way, so that when you cut it out, it will literally be on the back. Now, what I found was with Google Images and with Word and everything, especially with Word, the alignment on the left and right, so if you're using 2 pages, can sometimes differ slightly. So what this meant was that when I was cutting these out, this side would be perfect, and this side would be like halfway through. So it would literally cut from there to there. So I had to keep playing around with it. Eventually I narrowed the margins and everything. But I also took this, I originally always used to use a black background border just to define the sizes of them. But I have a feeling that that was actually what was causing the problem. So I finally got it down to this. This was an A4 sheet, but as I say, I've been doing these all day. So now I'm down to the last, these are in groups of 10. So there's 3,000 left. So all I needed to do, like I said, it all aligns. It's perfect on both sides. Don't know what that is. That's disgusting. In actual fact, I did an extra printout on this one. So you've got 3 on that side and 2 on that side. So there's only 2,000 left. So all you need to do is just cut them out once you've got it. Nice and easy. Now, one thing that I have never been good at, even though I like working with paper, because it's just an easy commodity, and card as well, I've never been good at cutting out straight. It's just like one of my little vices, so some of you guys are going to go nuts at me, especially if you've got OCD. But, like I said, I've been doing it all day, and I've got more than enough that I need to do for what I'm doing, so these ones are just like little practice ones, basically. So, once you've got the main one, let's zoom in. Cut this little line off. Now this little side bit here is really handy. The reason why is because it basically gives you the scale that you need. It's only a thin little strip, but it's for this little wraparound here. It's just perfect for that. So like I say, I mean, you know, I'm sure you know what's coming next. All you need to do is just cut these up. And there is more methodical ways of doing this. I usually measure them slightly more, but for this one I'm just going to go freehand. I think with handcrafted items sometimes you have to expect a little bit of, you know, not everything's going to be perfect when you're doing it, especially when you do it freehand like I'm doing now, but yeah, with handcrafted items especially, you always expect a tiny little bit of change. That's just the way it goes. You know, if it was a machine, it would it'd look nicer. But so you've now got some nice little bundles of money, and like I say, you've got a front and a back on them. They scale the right way. I think the only thing I am slightly OCD about is I like them to be the same way around on every single one. So nice bundle of 10. Bundle them together now. The people who do actually know me know that I'm 6'8". Oh, there you are. There is 10. So therefore, my hands are huge. So these may look small. They're even smaller in my humongous hands. So, like I said, if I can do this, anyone can do this. Now, here's a wrap that I used before. Put it face down. Wrap it round. Now you need to get it quite tight. So, cut off the excess because I don't need that anymore. I mean, you know, some of you will say, well, that was long enough for you to use 2 of them instead of just using 1, but this is me, and it's my life, it's my video, do it my way. There we go. And then, like I say, I mean, all you really need for this is just a bit of, you can use Pritt stick, you can use PVA glue, you can use super glue, whatever. My Pritt stick, I've realised, is a bit dried out and rubbish, so I'm going to use a bit of project glue. This is also a little bit stuck and horrible and stuff, but there we go, lovely. Now the good thing about project glue is the fact of it's a bit like PVA. I think project glue is just a daft name for PVA glue. If it runs, if it comes out or anything, of course it's totally clear and see-through, so it doesn't matter if you accidentally get any on the card. And all you need to do, of course, is when you first stick it down, just move it up and down a little bit. Just make sure that the piece can actually move, and then that way you've still got 10 lovely individual pieces. And there you are, nice and easy. The other thing I was going to say as well is these little bootio boxes. As I say, I've seen them go for 7, 8 quid. It took me 25 minutes to do it. All I did was made a nice little template. Just looks something like that. If you know anything about box building, all you need is flaps. So on this side here, you need to cut a little bit higher so the flap can go into there. And then you need to cut down these little pieces. And like I say, from this little template, and if anyone's interested, I can send it you. It's dead easy. You can make, like I say, really good, scaled, effective bootio boxes. There you are. So if it's of interest, fantastic. If I bored you, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just hope that this may help somebody. And like I said, rather than going online and spending money, you can give it a go yourself. Have fun, guys.